Well, the celebrations of last year are out of the way, and Real Madrid's minds concentrated.
Valencia down the left and Karim Benzema. Slight change from the formation last week against Depor.
Oh, that handball, he certainly hit the arm of Vezzo, and there is a case for the referee to answer. I think his explanation, without hearing it, was ball to hand.
Valencia just flicks the ball on, doesn't he? Vezzo comes across and clears it onto his arm.
Lazy ball from Carvajal, is Parejo. Former Real Madrid man, though, he only played 5 games in the first team. Asensio's onto the ball quickly. Benzema taking the eye of the defenders, and Asensio does it again. This is a young man who, whenever he starts for Real Madrid, has never been on a losing team. He's more than a lucky charm. He's got incredible talent.
And whenever he shoots, he scores. I mean, they're not even half chances, and he's tucking away these goals left, right and centre. Valencia gave away possession cheaply, and didn't he punish them? Accuracy on shooting for such a young player is so impressive. The ball is misplaced there by a Valencia player. Condovia can't get across. Asensio picks up the loose ball. Such composure as well. And picks his spot. Gets enough power to beat the goalkeeper Neto. But most importantly, there's a little glance. Picks out the bottom corner. The goalkeeper doesn't even make the attempt to dive. He knows it's right in the corner and he's not going to get anywhere near it.
Condovia chased down by Toni Kroos. He comes away with the ball out. This is Gaia. Latta, brilliant run from the youngster on the blind side. Good cross, very good goal from Valencia. Well, the two youngsters combining. Lato down the left, Soler coming in. And his future players are looking very, very bright. Excellent comeback from Valencia.
Fantastic individual goal from Real Madrid. What a fantastic team goal from Valencia. The young players involved again. Real pleasure to watch this young talent in La Liga. You see the two left backs combining well, Gaia and Lato. They're both through the youth system. Lato gets into a really good crossing position and does really well to pick out a fantastic run from Carlos Soler, who's playing on the opposite side of the field of players, the attacking wide side midfield player. But he makes a diagonal run across the penalty area, goes unnoticed, no one picks him up. Lato picks him out. Soler finds the back of the net for the equaliser.
Well, he's a young man who's on the radar of many. Large, couldn't have been better placed. Asensio to Benzema. Gareth Bale. Benzema. Brilliant move. Real Madrid playing at breakneck speed.
It's brilliant. 20 minutes gone and it's end-to-end stuff. Looking to attack whenever possible. Of course, we expect that from Real Madrid at home. It's a little give and go between Bale and Benzema. Crushes his attempt into the side netting at the near post.
They're a pretty tall team, Valencia. Parejo, it's Benzema who sticks in a willful boot. He was expected to come to Valencia, but the Spanish FA had the rule that he couldn't be the manager of 2 clubs, of course. Marcelo's shot, and the keeper is not happy with the defenders in front of him and the amount of space that was afforded to Marcelo.
Guinness Asensio involved in the build-up. Marcelo takes up an interesting position for a left-back, slightly infield. Tries to cut across it. Just doesn't get that curve that he was looking for. Cuts across the ball, he's hoping it's going to be swinging in towards the top corner.
I think the referee would have let that go, but it's an escape for Real Madrid. It's Benzema and Asensio. 2-on-2 situation. Benzema dances, and a tiny save from Neto. A move that went from keeper to keeper.
On that lot. Where we left off, where we ended up. Benzema was in an offside position. The cross initially comes in from Marcelo. Take that down as a foul.
Well, as the keepers union represented around here, Terry, I would say yes, it was an assault, but if you would tell me that the ball was stolen, I wouldn't disagree with you. That was Benzema, and that was a very good save. Here's Isco to Bale. Marcelo. Bale continues his run. Bale with an excellent cross, and well, he was brave defending by Murillo to go down at the ankles of Benzema.
I think it's a really good chance for Benzema. Probably the excuse that he perhaps sees it late. Jose Murillo goes down to head the ball, misses it. Side foot finish, 3-4 yards out from goal. He didn't hands time for Modric because he would.
Benzema! Well, again, he should have had his head on the ball. He could have had 2 goals in the space of a...
Chances are being created. Space is opening up now in the Valencia defence just before half-time. A little bit of fatigue. They've worked really hard. And again, Benzema should be hitting the target, should be scoring from there. Zidane happy with his team's efforts. At the top of the diamond.
Well, he was a winner as a player, indeed, Zidane, and as a manager, his record has been nothing but Kovacic. Casemiro joins the attack, doing his best impression there of Sergio Ramos and forcing the keeper to make the save.
An unconvincing save, isn't it? It was a convincing attempt from Casemiro.
Asensio. Marcelo. In comes Gareth Bale. Another very big chance, not taken by Real Madrid. To Modric. Gap opens up, he saw it late. And he's very happy to just help it on his way, Neto.
Real Madrid, as you'd expect at this stage of the game, searching for the...
It's a great ball, and it's another massive miss. Zaza had broken through the 2 central defenders. Well, it was a great ball from Soler, and it was a great run, but it was a dreadful finish.
Yep.
You can't really see the ball there. The keeper, saw it at the last minute. And that is a sensational save from Keylor Navas. Pretty tick as well.
It's a really good free kick from Dani Parejo. Navas trusts his wall. He just has that little step, doesn't he, to his right, but not enough to deny him getting across goal to his left and tipping it over.
And he sprung spectacularly.
So it's a very youthful Valencia. Thankfully for La Liga, appears to be going in the right direction.
Good ball in. Rodrigo steadies himself, plays it back. Kondogbia! Oh, Valencia are creating a real upset here on Real Madrid's homecoming as champions. And who's to say that Valencia do not deserve this? Under new management and doing just fine.
It has really shook the Bernabeu, isn't it? We're going to have to see one of those famous countries that we saw on so many occasions last season. Valencia stuck in the early stages of the second half when Real Madrid were clearly on top. They've really showed great spirit, good ability as well. Attacking intent to try and get players forward. That's the central midfield player. Kondogbia getting into the box. And again, another control finish, side foot finish, as the ball was put back to him, backing up the plate. Got a start to his village, smashing opportunity for Real Madrid.
Asensio through the wall! Where would they be without him? Step aside, Bale and Ronaldo. There's a new saviour in town, and they needed his talents tonight. Started the scoring early on, and has equalised when they needed him the most.
We talked about another comeback. There's no Ronaldo, no Ramos. And they were the main instigators last season when Real Madrid late goals to get amongst the points. Asensio does it again. Modric and Kroos were quite right to trust the talented youngster. Suited the left footer. Uses the correct technique. It's not the greatest of walls, I have to say. It's Carlos Soler on the end, doesn't he? Turns his back.
Oh, steps on the gas as well. Puts in a brilliant cross and almost creates a winning goal. He's something else.
Yeah, at the age of 21, you can quite easily say, and we've said it, he is going.
between the two. Go back to Asensio. Benzema! Can't win it for Real Madrid. He can't believe it. The crowd can't believe it. Asensio can't believe it.
It appeared as if Asensio was a cert to get his hat-trick, wasn't it? It's well blocked by Vezzo. And it falls to Benzema. Side foots it. It's a shocking miss from Karim Benzema. Should have been the winner for Real Madrid. They're running out of time. Zidane.
Back to by Vasquez. Puts it in. Benzema! Oh, an incredible save from Neto! Years as we see that foul. This was the save. Benzema was screaming goal, but for a sensational save from the brilliant Brazilian Neto.
He actually get both hands to it as well. Diving at full length. Certainly gets his right hand on it.
If Santimina can make the right pass, Zaza steadies himself. Agonising moment for Valencia. Brilliant free by Zaza. He plays for a penalty.
Zaza has been too keen to go down at the slightest hint of a contact all night. In around the penalty area, it's a reckless chance.
All they needed, Marcos Asensio, who started the scoring, meant Valencia were leading. And they put in a tremendous performance, but this young man earned the point for Real Madrid almost single-handedly.